All right, what's going on? We coming at you once again. Today we're gonna do it. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna do something that we've been needing to talk about for a minute now. This information that we deliver, we're gonna talk on. It's called group therapy. Group therapy. This one here is called group therapy. And what we're doing is we're going to go down a list of groups that the community is divided in, especially the black community in the last 100 years or so. We're going to break down the groups. We're going to break down the organizations, the pros and the cons. We're basically going to tell you the real history of these groups so you'll understand what you in. You'll understand why you in them, and you'll also understand that it's time now to get out of them. It's time for us to change our perception on things. It's time for us to move forward. We're in a new era, new years. Things have changed through the years, and some of us are still stuck in old ideologies, old paradigms, things that has to change up. Today we're going to be talking about two groups in particular. The reason why we're talking about both groups because they got a lot to do with one another. We're talking about the Moorish Science Temple, and we're talking about the Nation of Islam. Moorish Science Temple and Nation of Islam. I'm gonna give you a history of how they began. I'm gonna tell you in some of the words, we've been in these groups for a minute. I'm gonna tell you why these groups are doing what they doing. Why, I'm gonna tell you their purposes. We're gonna give you all that information today. It's not just it's not what it's all cracked up to be, but at the same time, it's not a lightweight thing as well. So I want to make sure we cover that information today. But starting off and talking about these groups, we got to talk about the history first. How these things began. Where did they come from? Coming out of the 1800s, in the early 1800s, you had different movements that hit our people, different movements that we came across. The first movement, well, I'm not going to say the first movement, because as long as our people been in our predicament, we've had movements. We've had different movements. So I'm not going to say the first movement, but I'm going to say how these movements spawned. They spawned off one another. In the early 1800s, that sometimes